Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to day 4 of the Aleš Hřebeský Memorial here in the little slice of heaven that is Radotín. I'm Steven Scamp, and we are kicking things off this morning with the 5th through 8th place semifinals. So these are, I believe, the final games to decide. These are the final placement games to put teams into, or what would they be, the directional games, sending people into the final placement games. And that's a really early jump from Matt Spatafora, well before the whistle. So Tel Aviv will begin play with possession, and Nolan Ruddy will take it as Tel Aviv in their red with the black shoulder caps and the gold on the chest are heading left to right. They're playing the Alberta Warriors. These are the kind of games that can really test your focus, your preparation, your drive. There's a little twister wide. That shot turned aside by John McMillan because, you know, these teams obviously all disappointed, the 4 teams in the 5th through 8th semis, disappointed that they are not playing in the championship game or didn't get a chance to play last night in the 1st through 4th semis. But 5th through 8th, still important games. Win this one, you're either 5th or 6th. You lose it, you're either 7th or 8th. Saved by, I believe that's Dan Haylett between the pipes for Tel Aviv. That pass from Tobias Formanek doesn't quite get through. So John McMillan, the lead pass ahead to Darren Gingras. Sorry, Drew Gingras. Ball gets away, and here comes Tel Aviv back in the other direction. Drew Morris takes the ball. Bit of a slow change for Tel Aviv coming on. That one is, Nolan Ruddy thinks it's in. Alberta's saying it's not in. And consensus, not in. So we're still scoreless early in this 5 through 8 semi. It would have been the first game here at Radotín on day 4. There's a shot wide from Alberta's Jackson Kohut. Warriors get it back though. They've still got 10 seconds. Oh, it bounces away now from Ryan Gingras. And Tel Aviv heads up with Thomas Morrow heading towards center, but he bobbled the ball and Gingras on him with the forecheck. Rapcheck knocks it loose, and that's going to be a 10 count. Going to be a turnover, so the forecheck from Gingras gets the ball back. He's going to stay out there and take the pass and get things rolling for the Warriors offense. Greg Bure hands it off. Gingras, low pass over the far side to Darren Bure, but he managed to catch it. He gets a shot off, save. Just covering it up was Dan Haylett as Jordan Wheaton was itching for a rebound there. Oh, Tel Aviv's pass gets away from Leibovitz. Nick Krywalt was starting to sprint down just in case he could get there for the quick restart and get something rolling, but you saw the Tel Aviv players getting out on D, heads to the bench, and the offense comes out for the Warriors. So the winner of this game will play in the 5th place game at 6:20 p.m. Central European Time. The loser plays the game just before that at 5:30. That would be the 7th place game. All the games will be on the LCC Radotín YouTube page. Make sure you're sticking around, catching everything. They're also archived. Go back and watch the games that led to the positions where teams find themselves now. 15th place game today, a big one. That is at 2:10 Central European Time. Adler Lacrosse and Bratislava Bats. Why so important? 15 teams get automatically invited to the tournament. Next year, the 16th place team does not. They're playing for the tournament live. Hidden ball trick didn't really work, but Greg Bure is still dangerous whether you know he's got the ball or not. There you go, he passes it through, but doesn't quite connect with Darren Nolsky. Flapan will stay for the offensive shift after handing it off to Silberlich. Sherman in the corner. Wildeboer wants to let one rip, and he scores! Just up in that far top corner. Didn't look like a super powerful shot. A little change of pace. Finds the way. The first goal is on the board in this 5-8 semi. Spatafor and Egan facing off. Yeah, Zach Egan has come on to join this Tel Aviv club. Taking over the draw duties for now from Ian Kadish. Darren Beret up to Wheaton. Ethan Ain got free for a moment. Wasn't in a shooting spot though, but he did get Beret down, and they get the quick stick shot. But Kohut can't quite bury it. Goes straight back to the Warriors. Kohut with a shot. Haylett makes a save. Beret's got it back. Thought about shooting. They close that down quickly. Austin Wolf on Kohut. He's quite sure he gets the shot off. Here comes Andrew Kruder. So if you're wondering why this would normally be the first game of the day, but it's not, it's actually the third. There's some issues at the other rink, the Chernoshitse rink down the road a bit. One stop down the train tracks. Quite cool, the dampness. You got some humidity on the floor, and actually became pretty, oh my, what a finish by Nolan Ruddy, scooping that one out of the crease and tucking it over the shoulder of John McMillan to make it 2-0 for Tel Aviv. You're not sure, you can reach into the crease, so it's fine that he reached over the cylinder, over the crease line to grab that one. McMillan, who was down from the first save on his knee, got back up and went back down again. That gave space for Ruddy. Here comes Nick Krywald. So the floor got unplayable over at Chernoshitse. So the final two games, they actually stopped the, nice save, Haylett, on the one-handed attempt by Gingras. They stopped the Yuzhny Mesto versus Malashitse game yesterday at halftime. Just called that one and let the results stand. It was a 2-0 win for, let's take a look. That was for Yuzhny Mesto. But the next two games were actually rescheduled for this morning here in Radotín, so they had to start before 8 o'clock, the first game. So, props to Bratislava Bats and Moon Bears for being here for a 7:50 start, which is pretty early considering the tournament goes fairly late into the evening. Most people are taking advantage of enjoying Prague while they're here as well. That pass doesn't quite connect with Wildeboer. He'll track it down. Tried to go back to Formanek, but with time ticking down, he tried to get it over to Silberlich in a more of a shooting spot. Didn't connect, and it is Warriors' possession. That shot goes wide. Okay, play was being blown down on the backside of the mesh. Leibovitz had that shot low and behind him, almost managed to get it. Now it's going to be Ruddy, who only taps it ahead to himself, slides, almost takes out Krywalt with him. Ruddy is not looking very comfortable. I think he's grabbing his knee. Hopefully it's nothing serious. He's going to hop up, not bending that left leg. So, okay, he's moving all right. I don't think it's anything too bad, but not comfortable when you take that little twist as you slide. Greg Beret will start with possession as Alberta tries to get on the board. They trail 2-0 with just over 6 minutes to go here in the first half. 2 15-minute running time halves. Beret's shot stopped and then off the post. That was a close one. Outlet pass to Kruder. Bar David rips one just a little wide. Reset. Formanek went through the crease. He can't take a pass here still. Now they're clear because Warriors had it. Nice hustle by Formanek. Once he was able to play the ball, he goes and gets it. Wondering about that, you can't go through the crease and then be the first person to play it or the first person on that team to receive a pass. Penalty coming to Alberta, first of the game. It's going to be a check from behind, and that will be Tanner Tassé going to the box. You can see the result. You don't see the check itself. You see the result there. As a Tel Aviv player went face first to the floor. Power play for Gold Star. Drew Morris steps around. Had a space come open, but couldn't quite find his lane through. Silberlich going after the Lucy with Jeff Wright. Silberlich taps it ahead. Reddy had a chance to go get it, but with only a couple seconds in the shot clock, he lets it go, and he's still looking a little ginger on that left leg. Behind the back from Beret late in the shot clock. That one's well wide. Penalty coming, though, to Tel Aviv. Not sure what that indication was. We'll see in a moment. Holding the stick. Oh, it's like holding a telescoping stick. Intriguing. That will send Adam Kottenoff to the penalty box. Alberta looking now to finally get on the board. Greg Beret up top, behind the back. Hard shot, but right on Haylett. Not quite where Gingras was aiming. Seth Mahler looking towards the bench. Nobody's there with him. Tries to hit Flaypen. It's behind him. That's going to be a turnover. Snagged there by Randy Beret. Outlet pass. Gingras. It's a pretty quick jump off the bench, but it doesn't matter. Chris Friedman couldn't get there with nice hustle by Ryan Gingras, and he has the Warriors on the board with a power play goal. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half of this 5-8 semi. We'll see Friedman coming to the picture right there. But the wheels by Gingras get him to the bench, to the net. Before Friedman can affect him. Nice fake and a little twister over the shoulder. Another penalty coming to Tel Aviv. This one's going to be holding the player. Fairly healthy debate between referee Dennis Dice and defender Chris Friedman about what constitutes a hold and who did what. Dice wins the argument, and Friedman will go sit for a minute or less. Ryan Wallace and Matu Stilsher also out officiating. It was really sunny a little while ago. I was going to say bright and early, but clouds have come in a bit. I'd like the sun back. Here's Beret. Down low to Wheaton. Nice quick stick. It was looking very much like Greg Beret was throwing over to Darren at the lefty shooter spot, and instead he just kind of pulls the stick through at the last moment. Watch as he changes the angle to go to Wheaton down on the crease. That was looking to me like he was going over to the shooter spot all the way, but goes skip pass instead. Oh, that's a beauty. Nice finish by Wheaton as well. We're all tied up going into the final minute of the first half. It's 2-2. Egan battling for that one. Kicked back by Krywoldt. Heads up play to get to Tassé. Now Krywoldt will take the outlet. Looked immediately for the pass, but wasn't there, so he'll just leave it for Nolsky coming off the bench. Underhand shot by Spatafor, stopped by Hillett. Goes straight back to Alberta. Alberta really starting to win the loose ball battles. I mean, obviously some of it is luck, the ball bouncing to you, but they're really getting after it. The intensity is paying off. You tend to be rewarded when you work hard. That goes off of a Tel Aviv player. It rolls all the way down to the far end, so McMillan gets it ahead. Still only 12 seconds now on the shot clock, with no reset, of course. Ethan Ang steps to the middle, pass across. Hard rip by Kohut. That one is wide, and that will be an over and back because it didn't touch any of the Tel Aviv players or the net or the post. This post would be the net. 8 seconds. Tel Aviv going to see if they can get a shot off here. Silberlicht bounces one that actually wasn't far off, and that's going to do it for the first half as they battle along the boards, but won't have time for a shot. It is 2-2 through 15 minutes of play. I'm Steven Stamp. It's the AHM 2023, and we'll be back for the second half. Egan and Spatafor back to the dot as we return for second half play in this first 5-8 semifinal on the final day of the 2023 Aleš Hřebeský Memorial. Silberlicht circles back, hands it off to Flapen. He's got a lane, cuts to the middle, it opens up wide. He gets right to the net. Nice save, McMillan. Good move by Flapen to get that opportunity. There's Silberlicht. Looked like he was thinking behind the back pass, goes for the shot instead, gets a little steep on the high to low. Outlet pass for Alberta as they've got a man off the bench. Great check by Seth Mahler coming flying off the net, off the bench for Tel Aviv as that pass, the full length of the floor, just couldn't get there in time. Right idea by Chris Sherbanek, but nothing you can do about the length that you have to make that pass. And the recipient was flattened as he caught it. Here's Tel Aviv. The recipient of that good play. They are getting a chance to shoot, and they score! Ori Bar-David. Nice shot for him. Finds a little 5-hole spot, and Tel Aviv goes back up. They led 2-0. Alberta came back to tie it, but now Tel Aviv has the first goal of the second half. Interesting note about this Gold Star Tel Aviv team. They're one of the few teams that I think you'll see who have a 0 and a 0-0. Wiley Sherman coming up with the ball, or just had the ball, is the 0-0 on this side. And they also have Jan Polak, who set up the first 2 goals of the game today for Tel Aviv. It might not be that interesting. I find it kind of curious. Tassé fights out of the double team, gets ahead to Beret. Wheaton hits Greg Beret. He's in the crease. Beautiful moves. But that left foot just landed just inside the line. Nullifies what would have been a goal. Tel Aviv retains its 3-2 lead. And Austin Wolf gets it ahead to Wildeboer. There's a cheering section with a Tel Aviv chant going. Loose ball push. That's going to return the ball to Alberta, or sorry, to Tel Aviv, as Alberta was guilty of the loose ball push. Good shot by Polak. It's going to go wide. It's going to be an over and back and less. Oh, nice diving attempt by Wildeboer. That actually leaves it for Nguyen to go in and scores. Logan Nguyen. When Wildeboer just missed the ball, that allowed Nguyen to run on to the Lucy, scoop it up on the quick restart and tie things up. That's a heck of a play. You can see the effort, and Wildeboer actually kind of winds up knocking it ahead to Nguyen. No lack of effort, but just didn't work out the way you'd imagine. Alberta ties things up. Ryan Gingras to Kohut. Getting down to the last 8 seconds of the shot clock. That one's wide. It's picked up by Kottenoff. Adam Kottenoff up over center, and the lob pass to Seth Mahler. Folks are in good spirits. We had the Tel Aviv chant a little while ago. Now it looks like a Mega Men-led round of singing over to our right in the stands. Alberta looking for their first lead of the game. Noski gave it up to Spatafora, down to 15 on the shot clock. That's going to be, that wouldn't have been any good anyway, because I believe that Spatafora was being identified as having gone through the crease, so if that pass had gone through to him, it would have been blown down anyway. Turns out pretty well, actually, because this ball goes off the stick of the Tel Aviv player. And then out of bounds, that gave him a chance to get it back. That Flaypan was like toying with Garen Noskin there, who's waiting, then picks up with the one-hander. Nice pass, the finish, it's good! Tel Aviv goes back in front. Racing off the bench. Tobias Formanek finds a little hole past John McMillan. A twister pass from Flaypan. It was a pretty casual shift for him. It worked out very well. The one-hand pick up at the other end under some duress, which he apparently didn't feel. And then the casual twister pass. Perfectly in time for the on-streaking Tobias Formanek. Cassé controls it, but Sherman forechecking. Sherman loses his bucket. You can take that with you. You can't keep playing without your helmet, but you can't pick it up and take it with you. Dunk attempt. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Ryan Gingras switching hands. Normally, I mean, obviously as a righty, he'd like to come out the other side, so he just says, I'll be a lefty for a moment. You don't often see switching hands be of real utility in box-lacrosse, but there's one case where it was. It's pretty heads up. I don't know if he must have done that before, because it'd be hard to think of that. Just there, just like, hey, what if I go the other way? 4-4. Wait. Yeah, that was Alberta. So it was 2-0 Tel Aviv. Alberta came back and got 2 goals. It was 3-2 Tel Aviv. Alberta came back with a goal. 4-3 Tel Aviv. Alberta comes back with a goal. Can the Warriors finally get a lead? Well, they're not going to right now because they've turned that ball over. Here comes Wildeboer being chased by Nolsky, and Nolsky put enough pressure on Wildeboer that he couldn't get the shot he wanted. That's a good hustle play by Nolsky, and here comes Alberta now with a chance to try and take the lead. Darren Bray looking to Wheaton. Skip pass to Greg Bray. Underneath the route was taken away, but there it is. The ball, the pass didn't actually get through in the two-man game. So the far side, Darren Bray just snaps it up and tucks it home. There is the first lead of the game for Alberta Warriors. You see the two-man game, just the pass a little far. Oh my, Spatafor was in the crease. That actually shouldn't have counted. You'll see Spatafor slides. He's well in the crease. Should have been no goal. Nonetheless, the Warriors up front by 1. Tied up just like that. The lacrosse gods have spoken. Matthew Flapen buries that Wiley Sherman feed. Sherman sets up the goal and then takes the draw. Not quite successful. It looked like they might get it. Drew Gingras comes up with it. Alberta's got the ball. They'll try to go back in the lead. Greg Beret, backdoor pass. Wheaton slips. Looks like Halo was there where Wheaton was going anyway, but we will never know. Silberlicht flicks it ahead to Kottenoff. Formanek to the big man Nolan Wright. He tries to feed it through. That one's going through a bunch of blue jerseys in their 6. Didn't make it. And here comes Sherbanek, who knocked it down, picked it up, and runs it over center. Nice play by Chris Sherbanek. He's going to stay for the O shift. Stay. Oh, he's going off, making a liar of me by going to change now. I thought he was going to set a nice solid pick. Had a chance there for an off-ball pick to try and open up a shooter, but thought he probably had a better shot. Oh, nice job, Darren Beret. He saved that one, but he's actually just created a 2-on-1. Plays it reasonably well. Possession going to Tel Aviv. Nolan Reddy still having a little trouble with that left knee. Definitely looking uncomfortable as he heads to the bench. Yeah, he's going to bend over and try and stretch out the leg. Chad Culp back behind the bench for Tel Aviv. He is the head coach for Israel Lacrosse, taking over the reins from Brad MacArthur, now down at Florida Tech University. 2-on-1. There's a finish. Alberta goes back in front. Logan Noyen is having himself a game. His second goal of the day, and it's another beauty. Six-5 Warriors. Not bad. The defender takes away the passing lane. I think that may have been the right call for Drew Morris, but Noyen makes the most of his opportunity. Here's Ethan Ang. Good job avoiding the center line with Jake Silberlicht all over him, but then the bump from Flapen knocks it loose. Flapen now and Silberlicht both going after the loose ball. Silberlicht gets it. Silberlicht runs through the check of Drew Gingras. He's on his offside looking for some help. Oh, the backdoor cutter was there, but really well picked up as Morris came in. And Joe Fowler identified the man off the bench. Morris has it now, but Fowler's all over him. I really like that off-ball defense. Just the attentiveness to your role, not getting caught ball watching. That saved Alberta from giving up a really good scoring chance. That's going to be called back in on McMillan. He says his foot was still in the crease. Jan Molak wound up like he was going to get to restart right on top of the crease and take a shot. That's not how it works. You have to go off to the corner. You can't start within a stretch in front of the net. Joe Fowler having himself a shift. Fights off Ori Bar David. Going for the loose ball. Creates some space. for it to be picked up by Randy Beret. Fowler now looking for the outlet. Gets it. He's going to get across center. He doesn't carry the ball a lot. Good for him getting to do so after a really strong shift. Greg Bray down to Wheaton. Through the crease on Kohut. 2.5 to go in this game. 1 goal lead for the Warriors. Leibowitz left it there. Wildeboer pass far side. Morris can't handle that one. McMillan makes sure he's got that left toe. The toe of his left shoe down on the crease this time, so there's no more over-him backinage. Nguyen thought he might just go up and play, go for the hat trick. Greg Bray to Darren Bray. Should probably get Randy out there and throw it to him. He'll spend a lot of offensive shifts. Greg Bray cuts underneath, lane opens, slide coming from Morrell may have influenced the shot. Not sure. Oh, here a dunk attempt. Bray tried to go over top of the crossbar because Haylett had come hard to the near post. So Bray, realizing that wasn't there, changed his plan, jumped out the front, but stepped on the crease line as he did so. Here's Sherman. Nice little pick from Polak. Sherman didn't see him open on the roll. So he's still kind of running around with the ball over on the far side. And that's going to be turned over eventually. Yeah, it's McMillan pouncing on it. Lead pass up the middle of Joe Fowler, who's becoming the transition man for the Warriors. Wheaton runs through a check from Flapen. Ray saw there wasn't really anything there. Seth Mahler all over him in good defensive position. Now they pass it to Ang, who got a shot on his offside. That was the old timeout coming to Tel Aviv with 45 seconds to go, I believe. They're going to try and set things up. Haylett will come to the bench. I imagine he'll stay there, get the extra attacker out. Next game coming up right after this is the other 5-8 semi. That's the London Knights and the Green Gales from Clarington, Ontario. See a few Green Gales leading the way as they're close to the Alberta bench, and the Knights now, I think they're going to make their way by and head up into the stands and down to the far bench. They'll be the home side, it looks like, taking over the bench where Tel Aviv currently sits. Had a nice chat with Cam Milligan, number 95 for the Green Gales, who scored about 8 goals this tournament. Really got things rolling. He was saying he hadn't been before, he heard about it, and he loves it. He is in. If he is not busy with playing for an NLL team, which obviously is his first hope. Oh, and a quick shot to Wildeboer. I assumed I had some time to chat there because I didn't think Tel Aviv was just going to wind up and shoot right away. Not sure it's the play they actually had planned. Maybe they were hoping to catch Alberta off guard, but now with 30 seconds left, Alberta has possession. They've used their timeout for the game. Each team gets 1 per game. And they can now run about and kill the final 30 seconds of the game. Or if Tel Aviv, I assume Tel Aviv's going to keep their goalie on the bench. They are. They've got 6 runners out there. So Alberta will have an empty net into which they can deposit the ball if they so choose. Anyone fairly new to the game, the point would be here to kill the 30 seconds. If it's wide open, you're right in front of the net, go ahead and put it in. But if you don't put it in, there's no chance for the other team to get a fake control of the ball. They're actually heading towards the net, and that's going to be a turnover. Flapen gets it. Oh, he just flings it ahead trying to get it to his teammate, but it goes to John McMillan. He's going to step out of the crease, and if nobody comes, he's going to take his time. He'll wait almost 10 seconds now. He flings it down. Oh, it goes into the Alberta bench. They didn't have the door closed. Their door person had the door open for a change. Nobody told her that the ball was on its way. And that's going to turn it over and give Tel Aviv a chance. Not much of a chance because they had to really scurry, but they had a shot. Alberta will win 6-5, and they will head to the 5th place game this afternoon at 6:20 Central European Time. Tel Aviv will drop to the 7th place game just before that at 5:30. Alberta will play the winners of the upcoming Green Gales versus London Knights game. And Tel Aviv will play the loser. I'm Steven Stamp. We've got about 12 minutes till that game. Knights and Gales, come back with us at the AHM 2023. We'll see you then.